Hi, I'm Tom, and I love craft beer. I love it so much that I left my job as a cameraman for shows in LA and moved to San Diego to brew beer with my best friend, Aaron. Now, we're making our own show about beer and all of our new friends and colleagues in the craft beer world. This is What's on Draft. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of What's on Draft. Today we're at Culture Brewing Company in Ocean Beach with my good friend Aleks Kostka.
Kostka.
Whatever.
You're saying it kind of right.
In Polak.
I mean, if you really want to be Polak, you'd say Kostka.
Kostka.
I'm actually really relieved that this is finally happening.
It was a bit of a rocky start for this episode.
Yeah, and big shout out to Chris from Culture.
Yes.
Who definitely hooked it up this morning.
Thank you again. This is Ivory, everybody. He helped us shoot the video today. I guess you get an associate producer credit on this episode.
Oh, yeah.
You will not get paid. So you bartended at Acoustic, and now you're brewing at Culture, and you're also their biochemist, kind of yeast expert as well, yeah?
Yeah, I'm kind of the nerd there. I went to school for biochem, and you know that ties a lot into brewing.
Yeah. As
everyone knows, brewers make wort, yeast makes beer. My undergrad research, I'm synthesizing drugs for anti-malarial research. If I can synthesize this crazy-ass drug, I should be able to brew a beer.
So you could have cured malaria, but you decided to take the high road and make beer instead in San Diego.
I actually got a patent for my drug.
I didn't know you were like an adult. Because you don't act like one at all.
No. I can do adult things. I mean, like, I'm book smart, but then when people meet me, they're like, oh, that girl, shit.
Speaking of us being human garbage, I'd like to point out that we're both wearing sweatpants.
These high tops, these kicks, hole in the heel, have had them since 2009. I like to dress as scummy as possible so that I don't disappoint.
Oh, gosh, I've really lost control of the interview here, haven't I? Golly. It's a beautiful gradient that you set up for me here.
You know, I would like to even add more, but I'm afraid that the barrel will not hold all of it.
It's time to start drinking some beer because it's 10 a.m. and it's my birthday, so I'm gonna get wasted today.
30. I mean, I'm turning 25 soon and I'm nervous.
That's
Sorry.
disgusting. You disgust me. So what should I start with?
We're big on IPAs here. So it's California, obviously.
IPAs at a San Diego brewery?
What's an IPA?
Are you mad?
So we're starting with the Nelson IPA.
Okay.
Dry hop with Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
The gooseberry comes through very heavily, I think, which, have you ever seen a gooseberry?
I have not.
They look like,
I assume it's just shaped like a goose. Not a lot of malt, but enough to give it enough backbone to present the hop.
When people hear Nelson, they just, automatically assume like Alpine.
Yeah, I actually just shot an episode at Alpine on Tuesday with Bobby.
No kidding.
That's where I got the hat. Actually, that's why it's still brand new, see? I got the sticker on it.
Don't remove the sticker, what are you doing?
I just wanted you to know that it's new.
Well,
but now
you don't have to impress me. Well, now that's not going back on.
I'm gonna put it right here.
It looks good.
Everyone in San Diego, when you hear Nelson, you are so used to Alpine's Nelson because that's the beer. And it's nice to have a beer that showcases the same hop but has a little bit different of a malt bill.
All of our beer, we do add clarity from to. It doesn't take to every beer. Like our rye is the only one on the list right now that is not.
Has that been something that they did from the get-go, or did they decide to do that a little later in the game?
They did start with clarity from for the blonde. And that was the only beer that was clarity firmed originally. And since, people loved it so much and they really couldn't tell the taste, differences.
Yeah, it really doesn't make that much of a difference in the flavor at all.
Honestly, it doesn't.
Gives you a great option for people like Jeff, my roommate, who can't have gluten and is always really happy when you come over with your growlers because he can actually drink it. And Alpine, I found out they've been doing it for like 2 years in all their beers. Yeah, I thought it was just when they switched to Green Flash, but apparently Sean decided a couple years ago they put Clarity Firm in all their beers as well. And I do enjoy seeing more and more breweries around town add Clarity Firm, specifically so that Jeff could do it.
Just Jeff. I mean,
I don't really care about anyone who has celiac or any of that shit. My roommate can't have gluten, so I want to get drunk with him. What's this next beer we're drinking?
All right, next one, another IPA. This is called our Keyhole. It's one of the only ones that is actually named, but it's actually essentially just a mosaic IPA with grapefruit.
Is it named after a skate park?
Yes, that's what it is. Keyhole, is a skate reference.
Yeah, there's a whole skate influence with this place. Like they do skate nights. They're like really into skateboarding. Does Steve skate or Mitch?
I think Steve used to skate. I mean, it's Obi. This is the Obi Tasty Room. Most people here skate.
I get a lot of fruit on the nose, a lot of grapefruit on the nose.
It's a whole bunch of grapefruit.
And on the flavor, a lot of grapefruit comes through in the flavor too.
So Dennis will take home 80 grapefruits, cut them in half, and bake them.
Bake them?
He bakes them.
You put it in the whirlpool?
Like we put it in the
bright.
bright.
In the bright.
Right. It's, like I said, it's on the cold side. So we put it in the bright with all the grapefruits, rind everything.
Well, I'm glad you guys use real grapefruit and not extract, because you can definitely tell the difference.
Right.
In certain beers that will remain nameless in San Diego.
Right.
That's a great summer beer.
6.6%. I mean, it'll It'll get the job done.
There's so many dogs in OB. I'm assuming you guys have a dog-friendly tasting room. So all these
Obviously.
puppies walking by and I can't handle it. So 2 locations, right? You have the one in North County and then this one. So you don't actually brew here, you brew...
No. So in Solana Beach, it is also an on-site tasting room, much smaller than this location, and that opened in February of 2013.
What was that weird news story about like no one's allowed to sit down at Culture?
Oh my God. So what they say is when you have a tasting room, North County, you have to have a parking lot. We don't. So you can't have seating because then the seating kind of allows people to chill longer, takes up more street parking.
That's weird.
Good times.
When no one was looking, I turned a keg upside down and I sat down on it.
You rebel.
I don't give a fuck about the cops. Come at me. What's this next beer?
That I would say is definitely one of my favorites. It's the red. Your standard red, it's about 6.3%. Simcoe Cascade Amarillo.
Just in the boil? Nothing in the dry hop?
No, we don't dry hop it.
Nice. I guess the assistant brewer just didn't feel like doing it. F***ing lazy.
I mean, you know, most of my time I spend just dancing. I like to practice my Pearl Jam impressions often. If you could just do that the entire time.
What's the hop schedule for the IPA? Yeah. Ooh, I've just smelled the 4th beer. What is it?
4th beer is our, first batch ever of our pumpkin brown.
Ooh. You guys use real pumpkin or extract?
We don't use extract at Culture.
Good answer.
Boom.
Tastes like the holidays. Yeah, the spice comes through, but it's not overpowering. Like you still get the body from the brown, like the darker malts. Not super heavy bodied though, like it's a good medium bodied beer.
I don't really enjoy pumpkin ales that are overly spiced.
Yeah.
And lots of people actually brew pumpkin ales without any pumpkin at all.
Well, it's really good, and it's a hell of a holiday beverage. I would much rather drink this than eggnog any day of the week.
What I find being from Chicago is that people in the Midwest are very seasonal drinkers. The second the temperature drops a little bit, it's like, okay, well, all we're gonna drink is porters, stouts, dunkel, doppelbocks. In San Diego, it's a little bit difficult because it's such a temperate.
Summer lasts 9 months, so.
It's never too late for pumpkin. How can you dislike a pumpkin?
I feel like it'd be racist to dislike pumpkins.
It'd be rude not to drink this.
It would be very rude. That's why I finished mine. That's the first one I actually finished. What's the next beer?
Next one is the Dunkelweizen.
Dunkelweizen?
And you know, I have to say it in that accent. You have to add the ja at the end.
Yeah. Dunkelweizen, ja.
Dunkelweizen, ja.
Yeah.
You got it.
I get a little banana on the nose.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the difference between Dunkelweizen and the Hefeweizen is just slightly darker.
Right.
We add the midnight wheat to this. Gives it its nice color, a little bit roastier.
Okay.
But you definitely still get the banana on the nose, the clove spices. And it's not a beer you see very often.
Yeah.
I dig it. I love it.
All right, what's beer number 6?
Pulled it from the fermenter yesterday. It's not quite ready. We just dry hopped it 2 days ago. It is our double black IPA.
How dare you bring me uncarbonated beer?
I'll do better next time, I swear to God.
Fucking better.
Yeah, this one is 8.4%. Dry hop with Simcoe.
Simcoe.
So it gets that like piney, essence to it.
Well, I like it a lot. Because you know what? Black IPAs matter.
I think there's a very fine line between nice dark color, very malty, but also, I mean, it's an IPA, it's a double. It should have that hop. Like I said, we do a lot of IPAs, a lot of sessions. We did 4 wet hop beers this season.
Have you ever made a wet hopped American lager?
Hey boys, making casks.
Maybe we are, maybe we aren't, Kylie. You're just a bartender. What do you care about cask conditioning? Hey, Kylie. See you later.
Cool.
I don't care.
It's a good time. I love doing those little short films with you guys.
What's this last beer we're drinking?
Last beer is our oaked Imperial Stout, and we get our wine barrels from Cruth Cellars, literally right across the street from Culture.
Like white wine barrels or red wine barrels?
Red wine.
Oh.
So that's why with this oaked Imperial, you get a lot of the dark fruit notes to it. It's 8.7%.
How long do you age in the barrels?
This specific one was aged for only 4 months.
Okay.
In the past, I have done longer, but barrel-aged stouts are my favorite, especially whiskey. I'm a whiskey girl. However, the whiskey can definitely be kind of
the overwhelming flavor profile. It is a nice departure because like pretty much everyone, when they're barrel aging their stouts, it's always whiskey barrels. It's always bourbon barrels. So use red wine barrels just to have a little different element there.
especially since it's the winery right across the street. And Mitch, our head brewer, was actually working in the winery before he became the head brewer. And we've done Saisons and Chardonnay barrels. It just depends what we can get.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, having a barrel system is so crucial, especially for sours, which we are looking to find a location to do a Brett program.
Oh, nice.
I think with us having 2 tasting rooms right now, we're doing very well.
Yeah.
And if we can get a 3rd tasting room with the barrel program, use Brett for our sours, would just be awesome.
Well, let's chug a pint and then we'll go paintballing. How about that?
I'm down.
All right. That is it for this episode of What's on Draft. Don't forget to use our Uber code What's on Draft for $20 off your first Uber, because I get a cut of the action. I'm just trying to get paid, so use my Uber promo code so I can pay my rent, please. And we'll see you next Monday. Alex, pleasure as always.
Hey guys, hope you liked the video. Real quick, just want to point out I'm working full-time on the show now, but that means that I don't work at Acoustic Ales anymore. Might be kind of confusing for people because they'll still see some footage of Acoustic Ales in some of the videos. I'm really going to miss all the awesome people that I met at that brewery, and I still plan on hanging out with those people all the time. Right now I'm up in LA working on a freelance project. I'll be back down in San Diego on Sunday for Rudy's craft beer anniversary. Next week's video is going to be a virtual beer festival. We went to the Best Coast Beer Fest, and I just walked around and talked to a bunch of different people. So check it out next Monday. See you later.